Hey you guys, it is that time. Pick a story where in one of these decks should be a story for you. So I'm going to start by holding each deck up to the screen. If it is resonating with you, then hopefully your story or message is within that deck. So starting with deck number 1, because your story be here. Are your messages here in deck number 1? Or are your messages here in deck number 2? Could your story be here? Or finally, deck number 3. Is your story or message here in deck number 3? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with deck number 1. We have the Emperor and the Empress, the Hermit, 3 of Swords, Strength. Central issue, we have the 4 of Cups, the Tower, 5 of Cups. Okay, so what we have here is some sort of shakeup. Like someone's world is falling apart and they're just kind of watching everything crumble, not really even doing anything about it or feeling like everything is out of your hands now. It's like there's nothing else I can do. I don't know what to do. You or someone may be suffering in silence. You know, someone's been crying here. Someone's been going through tantrums. I feel like someone literally went through a situation where they just like knocked everything down, threw everything down, screamed to the top of their lungs, crying out to God, the universe, cussing God. Like something, I feel, really dramatic has been happening around you or around someone close to you, and it's like I don't know what else to do about it. Like maybe no one knows what you've been going through. You're just sitting here. People may have been reaching out to you. I also get a situation where maybe you did reach out to someone, but no one heard you, or someone ignored your message, or maybe you just feel ignored. Maybe something went under the radar. I just feel like someone is crying out for help. Someone's foundation is like being shook here. Someone may have recently gone through some sort of separation or breakup, and maybe you have just been very isolated about it. You're like, I'm not talking about it. I don't want to show or tell anybody that I'm going through a separation or a breakup. Someone is continuing to wear this mask or this suit of armor, just coming off very strong and diplomatic and feeling like I can get through everything. Or, you know, these are both kind of stern or stable energies. So it's like it doesn't matter how much you are breaking apart or falling apart. You are not caving into it. You're just like, life just is. I just really feel like someone is being very strong about whatever is going on, the disappointments and the losses here. Now we also have the King and Queen out, the Emperor and the Empress. I feel that they found each other. The King and Queen have found each other. There is something to learn from the divine masculine and the divine feminine. They can learn from one another. These two might be going into business together, the King and the Queen. Maybe she has some sort of creative ideas that he knows how to use or work with. I just feel that these two are coming off as a power couple. Now, what I just saw too was that, let's say for instance, you and this person have been separated. Whether you know this person or not, maybe you never met this person before, but let's just say your divine counterpart does exist. These are things that have been happening in either your life or their life to bring you guys together. Maybe your divine counterpart was in some sort of relationship, but that relationship served its purpose. So now the Tower intervened because maybe they were holding on to a relationship or something that is not for them. So this is the universe intervening with the Tower to tear them apart from a situation that they no longer belong in. And now that that's happened, you know, they did that so that you guys would be introduced or set up or connect some type of way. Like, I almost feel that part of the story isn't showing. I'm just being shown the part where boy meets girl. I feel like the story begins with boy meets girl, but some tragic shit had to happen first. Also with the Hermit, you know, the Hermit is an evolved individual. The Hermit has done his or her inner work. This is making me feel like this is two complete individuals connecting, or who will be connecting because they have completed some sort of inner work. These are two people who are not codependent any longer. These are two people who have evolved spiritually. These are two people who have supported themselves financially on their own. Maybe they're both entrepreneurs or they both work for themselves. Neither of these individuals has a 9-to-5 because they're self-sufficient. Not saying that you don't have to have that, but you know, it's just the point being, these are two completed individuals. And so I feel like the Hermit is representing two wholes finding one another, because 9 is completion within itself. So this could be two 9s or two, you know, inner completed people coming together. Like I said, it made me think of like even like 6-9, yin to yang, like you guys fit each other. I do feel that someone is coming with a heavy heart, or someone is here to help you understand why your heart is hurting, or why you've had to go through separations or breakups. Now, what I'm also getting is a situation where I don't know, someone is heartbroken, but they're not talking about it. They're the Strength card, you know, like I said, they're trying to be strong about it. They're trying to hold themselves up. Maybe someone is the heart and soul of the family. So maybe someone's been going through some sort of family tragic things. And it's like, I have to be strong for everybody else type of energy. No one knows how much I hurt. It also could be that both of these people have been looking for one another. Maybe there has been a temporary breakup or separation, but neither person is talking about it. Because it's such strong energy, it could come off as the Five of Swords, even though the Five of Swords is not out. But it could come off as the Five of Swords energy because two people are too strong or too prideful or don't want to appear as weak individuals. Either way, I see something getting ready to manifest with these two people. There is a need to heal from this separation. Let me look at the Tower. Somebody has been ignoring the signs, though. Like you might have seen a huge sign and you ignored it. And it might be because you're like, I don't want a sign. I want confirmation. I see two people who have been observing one another quietly. I don't know why I just saw carnival. That might make some sort of sense. Or there was an accident at a carnival. Like someone fell. Someone scraped their knee. I don't know. I'm getting something happening at a carnival. Something happened at a distance, and I feel like someone is waiting to see if the other person is going to acknowledge them. It's like, do you see my life is falling apart? Did you see that? I tried to reach you. I tried to do something. Are you going to respond? I feel like something happened and it was really big, but it may have went under the radar because you were in hermit mode or you were too caught up in your own emotions and going through your own things. Yeah, I feel like someone tried to get your attention. Someone tried to push your buttons. Someone called you. It could have been a missed call. Maybe this person is blocked. Maybe you had been unavailable like I did just recently. I took a social media break. So maybe there's been a lot of things happening on social media, breaking news, but you don't know anything about it because you have not been on social media. Or vice versa. Maybe you were trying to reach out to someone or show someone that you were thinking about them, or you sent a message to them and didn't get a response. And maybe it's because this person was not on social media for a while. Yeah, I almost feel like someone tried to open up and say, hey, I love you, or something. I don't know. I'm thinking about you. I miss you. It was an act of vulnerability, which could have been a big deal for somebody, but there was no response. I almost feel like, too, somebody got tired of waiting. Let me look at the Three of Swords. It looks like two people are longing to be together, but they're not doing anything about it. They're both waiting for each other, or they're waiting for a clear sign or confirmation. And especially when I see the Emperor, he's and the Strength card out. The Emperor is very disciplined. They're a very disciplined person. Very strong-willed. They're also a very loyal person too. So if you are to link up with this Emperor energy, I feel like they're a loyal person, but they're stubborn. I feel like something's going on where someone felt defensive or they were in defense mode. Someone has been acting very guarded, or when someone is hurt, it comes off offensive. But that's going to change. I'm seeing that, oh yeah, I see some sort of missed opportunity. There was some sort of missed opportunity. The tables are turning, or tables turned. I feel like someone went from being happy and confident. Something blew up in someone's face. Something didn't turn out the way they expected. Someone's trick. Someone was trying to be slick, or someone was trying to, I don't know, play mind games. It didn't work. Yeah. I feel like something just blew up in the other person's face. It just didn't turn out the way they had hoped or expected. Let me look at the Emperor. Someone sends mixed signals. I feel like someone is coming off as strong but weak, or strong but broken. Someone maybe feels like they reached rock bottom. I feel like someone is going through a breakup, but they're not talking about it. Maybe someone is expecting you to be able to interpret that or read their mind or something. I'm also feeling like there's been silence or disconnect, or someone feels like you shut them out. It doesn't matter though, because they're still being just very guarded about how they feel or what they have been feeling. But I see two people being led towards one another, but they're both, I feel like two people are being hard-headed. Both the Emperor and the Empress are two very hard-headed individuals. I see the Empress is trying to hypnotize someone. I'm looking, she has some sort of object in her hand that looks like it can hypnotize someone. Maybe it could have been too that two people were trying to play mind games, but it blew up in both of their faces. Like he's not paying attention to your shenanigans, and you're not paying attention to his. Or him and her and her, whoever's watching. I feel like two people have been broken. Wow. Two people have already been broken. And so there's nothing that you could do to break them anymore. These are two invincible individuals. They're like, I'm invincible. But they still have feelings, but they're just incapable of being broken anymore. Something's going to come back to life as soon as somebody's guards comes down. It can be any sign that you're dealing with. I've gotten earth, air, water come out, fire. So it could be any sign that you're dealing with. Somebody's been thinking about you, or you them. If you have no clue, if you're just single, you're like, well, I'm not really involved with anyone. I feel like there's someone at a distance that wants to approach you, but they're just not ready to move forward, or not ready to let their guards down. I do see some sort of strategic game going on with this checkerboard. It also could be something like this person is like, it's your move. Like they're waiting for you to make a move. They're like, I put myself out there, it's your turn. Or, you know, I just feel like there's strategy going on. Man. Overall, in a nutshell, I get two people that are playing hard to get. Business-wise, I feel that there's a need for you to really focus on your business. I feel like there's a need for you to let go of your 9-to-5. And I feel that you have gotten signs that it's time for you to start your own business or restructure your business, but you're being very resistant towards it. You're pulling back or holding back. You might want to do some more research as well. Figure out, why isn't your business growing? Why isn't it working? Why are you having setbacks? So there's a need for you to do some sort of research your business, research similar businesses to see what's going on, what you can improve. You might be resistant or reluctant to change something about your business because of your pride. Maybe you think you know everything. There's a need for you to let go of that pride if you want your business to flourish. So let's go ahead and start with deck number 2. We have the 2 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, 4 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Central Issue, 5 of Cups, the Emperor, and the Knight of Coins. Okay, so something's going on where I feel this strong Emperor energy is really going through something emotional. He may literally be sipping on coffee, tea, water, whatever the case, just kind of sitting down, looking at out the window, thinking about life, just thinking about a lot of things. I feel like things are beautiful in the background. Like everything around this person is on point except for matters of the heart. I feel like the Emperor feels that he has everything he wants except love. And he is getting frustrated with himself because he can't figure out how to find it. What's he doing wrong? What has he done to deserve not to have it? So I feel like this is someone who has their shit together except for that part, except for that one thing. And this person is very proud or has a lot of pride. So I don't know if you guys are cross-watching, but it was a similar message in deck number 1. I feel that he wants to give his coin to somebody. He wants to get serious with someone. He's ready. He's also very slow and analytical with his approach too, though. The Emperor could be overthinking some things. I feel like he's trying to figure out how to get from point A to point B. And just looking at this picture, I think what's also going on is that she's thinking about the Emperor in his big castle over here. But it's like they're so close, or the road is so easy. It's just one direction. But maybe no one's doing anything because of the 5s. You know, that's the ego and pride number for me. So maybe because of two people's egos, they're not doing anything to get to one another, but the path is so easy. It's not out of sight. It's still open. Like the opportunity still exists. It's still there. She might even be waiting for him to come to her. I'm getting like Rapunzel energy too. You know, like Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Like she just needs to let her hair down. Maybe she's been too stiff, too prideful herself. Maybe he's just waiting for the okay or waiting for a signal. I feel like they both are thinking about each other. He's like looking at her. She's looking out the window, waiting for him, but nothing's happening yet. So they're both kind of sad and thinking about each other. I feel someone is, please don't be suicidal. I feel like someone's been thinking about suicide. And I've talked about that before. Matter of fact, I left a suicide prevention information in the description box. You guys, I don't want you guys feeling that way. It's not, you guys have to learn to look at other things that are happening in your lives. And I talked about that on my Instagram too. Like for some of you, you might be feeling like, I'm so sick of this life. You know, who's to say that you're promised a better life in the next life? What if you killed yourself and you're still depressed? And it's just like, oh, I'm dead. Now I'm still floating around depressed. And, you know, now I feel extra isolated. You know, it's that same energy might carry over with you. So it's better to try and work on yourself while you have the opportunity here, while you have awareness and consciousness, because we honestly don't know about this next life except from what other people have talked about, or maybe you've had near-death experiences or dreams, but for the most part, we don't really know. You know, especially when we have that spiritual awakening, we're always like, oh, you know, phooey on earth, you know, screw earth in this life. But we have to learn that, hey, being a human is a gift. You know, we have to learn to adapt as a human. And, you know, maybe once you learn how to enjoy life in this life, then you'll be blessed with happiness. Then you'll be able to cross over. But for right now, stop trying to rush into it. Try to learn how to enjoy life and your purpose here. Maybe some of you are getting frustrated because you can't find your purpose. But it does, the way she's holding that sword by her neck like that, and then the 5 of Cups as the central issue, just kind of somewhat in a state of funk. You know, it's just like, hey, don't end it. You know, this is temporary. I also feel like someone is not wanting to make a decision. You know, it's like, or in denial about your feelings for someone, or in denial about your situation. You might have reached some sort of crossroad in life, period, even if it's not about love or romance. Maybe, you know, you're suffering financially and you feel like you're at the end of your ropes, because we do have, you know, some coins out. So for some of you, it is about, you know, maybe you feel like, damn, you know, I don't know how to make money, or I'm struggling here. Nobody's helping me. I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to go to public aid. I don't want to do this and that. I don't want people to know that I'm going through something, but I am. I feel that something's getting ready to change or happen for you, maybe within the next 5 weeks, 5 to 7 weeks, give or take. There's going to be a new opportunity that you're being blessed with, and you are going to feel inspired. You're going to be happy that you waited and hung in there. All of your problems are getting ready to go behind you, because now with the Four of Wands, you have a new foundation that you're establishing. You're celebrating. You might even have a change of residence. Maybe you didn't want to leave your current place, but you find out that the new place is even better. Maybe you didn't want to start your own business, but you find out that this is the best thing that could have ever happened. Maybe you were trying to keep your current business the same, but you changed it, and you're glad that you made these changes. Like, I feel like something finally pays off, and you're going to be in a state of happiness again. You're going to feel inspired again. You're going to realize that something was not far reached at all. Now, what I also just saw is you are unaware that somebody may be coming to you for help or assistance. It's just a matter of time. Now, as far as this, if this is about someone reaching out for help or assistance, I actually feel like this is happening within two days or 2 weeks. So within at least the next 2 weeks, someone's going to open up and tell you or express to you that they are in need of something. They might need a favor. It could be money. It could be a place to stay. It could be to borrow some clothes for an interview. It could be anything. I also feel like someone is too shy to ask for assistance, or either way, I just see that someone will open up. You might already intuitively know that someone needs your help, but you are in denial. Something could have been revealed to you in your sleep or in a dream. You knew somebody was on their way. Someone maybe verbally said something to you in a dream, and you woke up and you're like, I think somebody's getting ready to say this to me, or I think this is getting ready to happen. But then you kind of dismiss it like, no, that's not going to happen. But I do feel like your dream was pretty accurate. So I do feel that something will come into fruition, or something's getting ready to manifest here. I feel like you are going to be really focused on your home life, or really focused on some sort of new job or new career. There's something that you're getting ready to start. Now, because their depiction has 2 people in the card, it could be a business partnership that's underway. You could be getting ready to go into business, or everything that you've been going through has been preparing you for this business venture or this business partnership. It may have been just a matter of 2 people bringing their ideas together to make something work. Maybe is coming to the realization that, you know, you can't do everything by yourself. Like, both of these cards are, you know, both of these fives are about too proud to show emotions, too proud to say you need help, too proud, too proud, too proud. Two separate five individuals may have been trying to do things on their own, and it's just like you need to be a 10. You know how the 10 of cups has two people coming together, sharing what they have and becoming whole? You know, so there maybe someone needs finances. Maybe one person needs love, and together you have fulfillment, abundance in love and finances. So it could be something going on to that accord. Now I see repairs being made too to the home. I feel like you're going to be very focused on your home life. I also feel like you're going to be very focused in your career. You're going to start saving money or be in a position where you can start saving money. Somebody might be looking to purchase a piece of property to invest in, and all your focus goes to that. I'm getting the energy of establishing this new foundation. There's this new thing that's being established, and that's all you're going to be able to focus on for the next 8 weeks or so. Some of you, maybe you just found out you're pregnant, so now you're dedicated to being healthy and exercising and picking up some sort of new routine. I also see someone picking up a new hobby or focusing on a new hobby. Whether this hobby is painting, acting, like all of a sudden you're like, let me go into theater class just because. I just feel like there's some new hobby that you're enjoying, and it's the foundation of your life, of your home, and of your relationship. Let me go ahead and get some clarity on some things. Let me see this Two of Swords. Now, I also see someone who's been hiding their plans from you, or you have been hiding your plans from someone, but someone has been preparing something for a while now. Yeah, there's going to be a new beginning, a new journey that you're starting on. Happiness, see? 2 5s coming together, making 10, fulfillment. Two individuals have something separate to offer. One person has all their love to offer. They're overflowing with love, and another person is overflowing with wealth. So I feel like something is getting ready to come to an end, like you're getting ready to have closure. You're getting ready to start that new chapter in your life. Someone is starting over. I feel like someone has decided to cut ties with the old life, cut ties with something in the past, and start all over, start fresh. This also could have something to do with relocating or traveling. There could be a secret trip in the works. a secret pregnancy or a hidden pregnancy. Full term. Full term. Something's getting ready to happen. This is the birth of something new, the birth of a new relationship, the birth of a new business. Something is getting ready to complete is this cycle. If you've been single, that cycle of being single is getting ready to complete. I feel like if you have been, it could be too that you are moving on from a relationship because you were being prepared for something new. And then we have it being clarified by all these majors. Something has been in dark. You've been in a dark about something that's getting ready to happen. Even though you receive some sort of messages in your dreams, or your intuition has been preparing you for change, like it's getting ready. It's like any minute now. For some of you, this reading could extend out to Libra season, which is in late September. I feel like you're going to be happy. And then seeing the Empress and the Nine of Cups out does look like pregnancy for some of you. So if maybe you're already pregnant and you're giving birth around that time, the Emperor might see you or view you as the person to give birth to his child. Someone might have a motive to impregnate you if you're already dealing with someone. Someone may be secretly sabotaging the birth control. Let's just say, for instance, you've been wearing an IUD. You've had no problems with your IUD. You've had it for, maybe you got that 10-year IUD. And you've had no problems with it. All of a sudden you use in the bathroom one day and there it is in a toilet. It's like, why did that happen? Next day you met somebody, you've been single, but you meet somebody and you're like, are you serious? Not saying that, you're going to immediately jump into bed with that person, but it's like, you've been single. Maybe at first you were like, okay, no big deal. My IUD fell out. I'll go to the doctor soon. But you're not rushing because you're single. Next thing you know, someone is entering your life. And you're like, why is this person entering my life when I got to get back on birth control? So something weird might happen like that. And it's almost like the universe is trying to set you up. You're like, what are you doing, universe? This seems like a setup. You're trying to set me up, universe. So I'm getting like, for some of you, there's a weird situation where either you are being set up to like give a literal birth. This also could be if there is a secret about someone being pregnant or someone's baby's mother or baby's father, that secret will be coming out. This also, like I said, it could be like preparation for a new business venture getting ready to take place. You could be getting ready to start a business with someone, or someone is coming into your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you're being introduced to the right business partner. Maybe you guys are on the same page and you're building something together here. It takes time to grow. Now, if you are concerned about a relationship, I feel like a lot of patience is needed for this relationship. This is something that, even if it does take off fast, you might have some bumps in the road, and it's going to take a minute to evolve and to grow. Okay, so let me look at this Five of Pentacles here. I also just felt like someone someone felt like they were ignored, but that was just miscommunication. Someone actually just overlooked something or didn't see something. It could be a situation where someone called you, someone else answered your phone, your child answered your phone while you were in the shower. They never told you that you got a phone call, so something weird like that. I think it's some sort of miscommunication or someone feeling ignored or rejected, but that's not what happened. Someone just did not see the message or it got overlooked. So, could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe even Aries. I feel like this is about two people who are very stubborn and prideful, who go head to head. You may have met your match. This could also be some sort of miscommunication. I also get someone who speaks very directly that could come off offensive sometimes, or it could hurt people. And somebody is just like, that's just the way I talk. See, someone is really trying to say or express that they have feelings or that they're interested. I feel like this is about some sort of message that, like I said, it went overlooked. There's going to be communication again. I also feel like if there has been silence or distance, it's because someone needed to clear their mind to figure out what they wanted, because there was a choice in regards to love or relationships. There's going to be a second chance. You're going to have the opportunity to make up for some sort of missed opportunity. Someone is really trying not to fall in love. Someone is being very resistant not to communicate or going out of their way to ignore you or you them, because someone does not want to fall in love here. Someone is also in denial of the fact that you may have met your divine counterpart already, but you're in denial about it. Yeah. Also, I feel like for some of you, something may start during some sort of celebration. I don't know if someone has a birthday coming up, or if you're going to be invited to a housewarming, an engagement. I feel like if you're invited to something, to take that opportunity and go, because you might meet the love of your life there. Or if it's not about love and romance, you might meet the right business partner. I just feel like this is an opportunity to network or get to know somebody. So if you're invited to any type of celebration, I would go. Now, as I was saying that, I just also saw about that missed opportunity. I almost feel like someone invited you to do something before. Like maybe someone already asked you out. You said no and later regretted it. Or someone invited you to a job, you turned it down and later regretted it. Either way, I feel like there's going to be another opportunity for you to go to something or to do something, and this time you're going to do it. I see someone giving someone a tour of something though. Someone is saying, welcome to, I don't know, my city, my job, my home. I don't know. I just feel like you're getting a tour of something. Now, for some of you, this is about leaving your comfort zone in order to pursue some sort of opportunity, but you're doing it. It might hurt the people that you're leaving behind, but you will be happy about it. Eventually, you're going to be happy. Yeah, you're being forced outside of your comfort zone. You might come to realize that you have been codependent on your mom, or codependent to a lifestyle, but I feel like you're breaking that habit. This is also about finally breaking a bad habit. Maybe you were smoking, maybe you were doing drugs, maybe you were obsessing. I just feel like whatever bad habit that you were used to, you're breaking it. Maybe you kept dating the same type of people. Something happens where you move on from that bad habit, or you move on from some sort of vampire ex. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. What'd I just do? Oh. I was like, where'd it go? We have the Sun, 10 of Coins, 8 of Cups, 8 of Blades, 7 of Blades. Central issue, we have the World, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the King of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting the energy of a single parent, specifically a single father. It says, I love dad. I feel like somebody is getting ready. I'm seeing a long distance relationship and someone getting ready to either come take a trip to come see you, or the single father is coming to you, and everybody, all his children, they're like, Daddy, don't go. We love you. We miss you. We want you to stay. We don't want you to go. And I just feel like this father image has been surrounded by so much love that he started getting cold feet. He started second guessing his decision to come see you. He's just like, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. Everybody's gonna miss me. You know, so maybe he's had to delay his trip to come and see you. Or if there were plans for you guys to move in together, those plans were put on hold. If this is about just completely being single, I almost feel like you maybe decided to put yourself out there. Maybe you decided to start a dating, to get on a dating app, but then you pulled back. You said, wait, let me think about it. I feel like there are these changes that are coming that you aren't ready for. You think you aren't ready for, but the world says it's happening. It's time for change. Change is natural. A new season is trying to come in. You can't stay in the same position. You can't stay the same. Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. That's a saying or a song or something. Nothing stays the same. Everything must change. And that is what is getting ready to happen. I almost feel like somebody is like, okay, let me take one last look before I let go. Let me look one more time before I let go. And you're getting ready to free fall. Now, this might be something literal, like you are signing up to bungee jump or skydive, or something like you're getting ready to take some sort of risk. And it's like you are on that plane. It's like no turning back now. Like the minute you let go, that's it. That's it. So your life is about to change. You're getting ready to make a complete 360 in your life. Complete 360. You were trying to see something from a higher perspective, from a different perspective. All these people were calling you crazy. People have been like, what are you doing? Think about this before you do it. Maybe you even like been isolating yourself and smoking weed, trying to get answers. Maybe you've been meditating, trying to get voices out of your head. But all of a sudden you get like a gentle nudge from the universe. And I got that old dance song, Just Breathe. It's like a little dance song, electronic. Just because something, I don't know what the lyrics are, but it's like, just breathe. And I just kind of feel like that's what's happening. Like you are letting go and your life is just changing for the better here. I feel like somebody is literally on a plane looking down at the land as you travel. You can see, you know how when you go up so high, you look out the window, everything starts looking like squares and you see all the greenery. And you just see like the life beyond you. I feel like up here, this is maybe symbolic of your ancestors looking at you like you are being guided and protected here as you start your new journey. Somebody is saying like you got your whole life ahead of you here. And I see life expanding and growing. Maybe you've only been looking at life from just from your little perspective. You've been living in Ohio all your life and that's all you know. And there's this ginormous world out here. You're like, oh my God. Once you step outside the box, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I've kept my focus on Ohio all these years. You know, you're like, I can't believe life is like this. I can't believe, you know, how people live or these other cultures, or I just never saw a life outside of Ohio. So whatever is happening, you are seeing the world from a completely different perspective. You're seeing your life from a completely different perspective. You might be realizing that you are a creator. You are one of the people that helps to expand and create life, because these people are, it's coming off as masters. So what do you call them? Ascended masters. You know, you might realize that you are an ascended master yourself, or you are a creator of the universe. You are stepping into your potential as being a creator. You come to the realization that God is within all of us, and that you have access to create like God, made in his image, her image. You know, there is no I, there is a us. You know, so I feel like you are having some sort of spiritual enlightenment, some sort of spiritual awakening. You are just seeing life completely different. And then here, the sun, you are finally enjoying life. You are excited. You're ecstatic. Everything seems new. You're tasting different things. It's just expansion here. You might even be dating someone outside your race. And you're like, oh my God, I feel like I've been missing out by staying so closed-minded. And now you are stepping outside the box. Whatever your box was, you're stepping outside of it, and you're inspired, you're motivated about life again. You see things that you didn't see before. Things are coming to life. Maybe all your life things have been looking 2D. Now they look 3D. Maybe even 4D for some of you. You are seeing things come to life. It's like you never noticed butterflies before. You never noticed fairies before. You never noticed pigeons before. But all this stuff, I just feel like you are really experiencing life through a new set of eyes. Maybe this is as literal as just now getting glasses, and now you can see clearly. Now everything makes sense. 10 of coins here. You're going to have abundance. Whatever it is that you find of value, I feel like you have it. This could be finances. This could be you receiving some sort of inheritance. Maybe you inherited some sort of gift, some sort of light, something from your ancestors, or maybe something's been being handed down generation to generation. Even if it was like some sort of family heirloom, this is you being just very excited about it. Maybe you're starting a family, but this looks like, usually when I see the 10 of coins, it comes off as extended family to me. So it could be something where maybe you are spending time with in-laws or people, your future in-laws or your stepchildren. Maybe you're meeting your stepchildren for the first time. So this could be some sort of extended family situation going on. Maybe you're going to a family reunion. Maybe you're traveling across the world and you're meeting everybody, and everybody's so happy to meet you. People are meeting you with welcome arms. Maybe you're already engaged and you're going off to see the bride's family or the husband's family, and everybody is just kind of welcoming you with open arms. Now, if this is a situation where you relocate, I do feel like you're going to have become homesick at some point. You're like, I miss home. You might start having cold feet or wondering, did you make a mistake? Or maybe you just feel guilty for leaving your friends and family behind, for starting your new life. Especially if you just started traveling. Maybe you decided to do something overseas, and you're so far away from all the people that you grew up with and know, and you're like, did I turn my back on them? You're probably feeling a little emotional, which is normal because you're adjusting to your new life. I feel like things are going to be okay, and this 8 of Cups is just a phase that will pass. Just ride it out. I'm sorry, but I almost felt like, let's say for instance, this is a new love situation, and everything was great at first, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, these kids are like brats. So I don't know if you feel like their kids are brats, or maybe they're feeling like your kids are brats, or maybe you feel like stuck. Maybe someone leaves you to babysit, or maybe like the minute you land somewhere, like the family leaves and disappears, and then you are stuck cleaning the house and babysitting, and they're like, I didn't volunteer for that. Like, maybe I wanted to go too. Why did everybody leave me behind? And I know that's not for everybody, but that is kind of like a funny scene that I got, like everybody left you to watch the kids or to do the chores while they went out shopping or went out on some sort of holiday. Now also this could be the energy of, like I said, the people that you left behind. They feel like you left them. Maybe you went on vacation and these are the kids with grandma or the babysitter, and they're like, when is mom coming back? When is daddy coming back? And they're like driving grandma crazy. And then you're feeling guilty. Maybe you're on the phone with them. You can hear them in the background and you're like, I'm so sorry, I'll be back. Maybe it's not even a love trip. Maybe it's a business trip. Maybe you just started back working. Maybe you're a single parent and you just started back working. You had to leave your children with the babysitter, and you're feeling guilty, but you're like, oh, but I'm making so much money now. I had to do it. Trust me, children. This is for the best. I'm doing this so that we can have a good life. You know, don't you want to be able to have this and that and that? And you're trying to convince the kids that everything's going to be okay, and that, you know, you had to start this new job, you know, because in the future it's going to pay off. So you're trying to convince all these people, or you're trying to convince your children that everything will be okay, but they're still crying for you. You're at work, you're thinking about it, you're trying to focus on at work, but you're like going off to the bathroom and you're crying. You're like, oh, I hope I did the right thing. You know, and, you know, those thoughts get to you. It's hurting you, but it's like you're doing what you have to do. And I also got 88, so I don't know if the number 88 is significant to anybody. But it's also talking about some, you know, transformations, and that you do have the strength. Maybe you're having a moment of weakness where you feel like giving up, or like you can't do this. You know, the 8 does relate to the strength card to me. You can handle this. You're equipped to handle whatever changes and transformations that you're going through. Anything that you feel like you can't do is this air energy. It's all in your mind. It's not real. You might be having some sort of anxiety attack right now. You're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you just started a new job and you were all happy about it. You're like, I love this job. Oh, I have so much independence. I have so much freedom. I have so much this and that. And then all of a sudden you're like, this is hard. You know, like, I don't want to let them down. Like, all these people put their trust and their faith in me. I don't want to let them down. So maybe you're having issues with the way your new business is starting off, or your new job. Even like, yeah, if you're an entrepreneur, maybe you made some sort of changes to your business and now you're like, I hope I didn't make a mistake. Maybe you feel overwhelmed. Maybe you got a big response and you're like, oh, this is a big responsibility. I didn't know I was going to be able to handle this. I don't know if I can handle all these people or this crowd. The 7 of Blades here. Someone has been snooping and they're going to get caught. I feel like someone's get caught in the act. Someone has quietly been trying to, like, maybe look at your social media. Someone's been lurking around your neighborhood. This is almost like somebody coming outdoors and you see somebody across the street and you're like, oh, I didn't know you, Robert, is that you? Oh, I didn't know you lived over there. Yes, they did. What are you doing here? I was just in the neighborhood. My favorite coffee shop is right over here. You know, so I almost feel like someone gets caught in the act or caught in the lie, but maybe they semi-planned it, but not really. Somebody is improvising, doing a little improvisation here. I also get this as, let's say you're in a relationship. I almost feel like somebody could get caught going through your phone. And it's like, hey, boundaries. Like, don't go through my phone. I won't go through yours. Who does that? Somebody might be going through your laptop. Someone might be reading your messages. You might have a jealous boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, also, this could be children. Your children are being nosy, going through your personal belongings. Especially, too, like if you're visiting somewhere, you leave your purse out or you leave something, you go in a room to find, like, the kids are, like, snooping through your things, and they get caught. I feel like whatever snooping this is, though, someone's going to get caught. Your kids also might call you out on something that you didn't want people to know. Your kids bring up something embarrassing about your past or bring up something about an ex, and it's just like, children, like, nobody told you to say that, you know. It's just like, but it's true, you know. So the kids might come out and say something kind of embarrassing in front of your guest or the new person that you're dating. Now, my warning would be if you are relocating to a new neighborhood to watch your belongings. This is making me think of that part in Coming to America when Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, they turned their backs for like 2 minutes and the whole neighborhood snatched and grabbed, and then all of a sudden they were selling their stuff like immediately. He was like, check it out. And it's just like, thief, those are our things. So it's almost like, be careful of the neighborhood that you go into, because it's almost like you turn your back for a split second and it's gone. That actually worries me. So like, even if you have an Amazon package and you get that text message like your package has been delivered, and you take just 2 seconds too long to get to the door and it's gone, and you see that they took a picture of it, it's just like, where's my shit? You know, so be careful about that. I do feel like maybe it will be returned. It could have been something innocent, like the next door neighbor, or even something being left at the wrong house and then a neighbor has to come and bring it to you, or the child took it and, you know, they bring it back, the parents fuss at him and it's like, that is not yours, take it back. Something happens where there could be some sort of theft, but maybe out of, it's an accident or innocence. Let me look at the Seven of Blades a little further. Now, overall, I get this, just to keep it in regards to social media, I feel like there's like maybe somebody has been going all through your friends list. People have been looking at your family's pictures. Somebody's been like digging deep on your social media page, especially more so if it's not private. If it's private, then that's not for you. It might be that someone is trying to find out information about you, but let's just say you already follow somebody and they follow you. I feel like somebody's been going all through your social media, like all the way to your first postings. Maybe they feel like a creep about it because it's like, oh, I'm acting like a stalker. And somebody might even accidentally like something from years back, which lets you know that someone has been deep in your social media. Man, all these cards trying to fall out. Magician trying to come out to a sword. So yeah, someone is trying to do something in secret or trying to pretend like they haven't been thinking about you, but they are. I also felt like for whatever reason somebody shows up unannounced. There is someone shows up unannounced and they have like all their belongings with them, and it's just like, what are you doing? It might be a friend in need, it might be a love interest, but someone just kind of comes like, I know you're not gonna turn me away, seeing that I got all my luggage with me and that I probably don't have a place to stay. Or let's say, for instance, you talked to somebody last year and you're like, yeah, whenever you're in town, just stop by. And it's like this person literally does it. And you forgot completely about it. You're like, I wish you would have said something. The house is a mess. I didn't get any extra, towels or bedding. Like, why didn't you say anything? So this could either be a water sign or a fire sign. The only other thing is that it makes me feel like someone runs off or is trying to escape their problems by jumping in another relationship, or someone breaks up without telling the other person, is kind of what I'm getting. And then you didn't even know there was a problem until you open up the text and see that the person is gone. Is something weird like that. Like someone just slips out. Like I feel like it's over. I feel like that it's over. I'm not getting cheating. I just feel like someone slips out of the relationship. They just slipped out. They didn't even talk about it. They just dipped out. I also feel like someone does something out of spite. Almost like someone is like, I'll show you. This is what happens when you hurt me, or this is what happens when you break up with me. Like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like there is a little bit of revenge energy to this. Or someone breaks up through text. Someone starts a family almost behind the other person's back. Something weird is going on with that. Maybe you feel that someone betrayed you and did that. Like you didn't even know someone had moved on, or you already knew something was over, but you didn't know they went and had a whole family, and maybe you feel like that's some sort of betrayal. So yeah, something unusual is going on with that. I also feel like it's the other scenario too, where someone just shows up out the blue, like, yeah, remember you invited me? And it's just like, I did. All right, so I know those were probably unusual messages, but I hope that they somehow resonated. I just got the devil and the 6 of cups. So yeah, someone might be doing something very unusual. You also might have a jealous lurker around you too. So yeah, all right. That is all. I hope it resonated. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.